Welcome back to the Rise with Anita podcast, or welcome if you're new here. If you're new here, this is a space where ambition meets embodiment, where soul meets strategy, and where we don't talk about transformation, we actually learn how to live it. So today's conversation feels like a natural progression of last week's episode, where we talked about why you don't have a confidence problem, you actually have a safety problem. But after that episode, I found myself reflecting on something deeper, especially when it came to my own relationship with receiving. Many women think that they're trying to create more success, more love, more money, more opportunity, more support. But what if the real challenge isn't in the creating of more? What if it's learning how to receive more? But before we dive in, I invite you to arrive together. So if you're able to do so, and you're not driving, please place your feet on the ground. Relax your shoulders. Release the tension in your jaw. And take a slow inhale through your nose for 4. Hold for 4. And release for 6. One more time, taking a slow inhale through your nose for 4. Holding for 4. And releasing. Now I want you to simply ask yourself, what feels difficult for me to receive right now? Maybe it's support. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's a certain financial number. Maybe it's rest. Maybe it's help, maybe it's recognition, and I just want you to create an awareness. Just notice what comes up for you. And from that place, we begin. So one thing I've often noticed about high achieving women is that we're often incredible givers. We know how to show up, we know how to support, we know how to carry responsibility. We know how to help everyone else. But when suddenly someone offers us help, we become uncomfortable. Someone can offer us to carry something for us and we say, no, I've got it, thank you. Someone opens the door for us and we're trying to go backwards as we walk out. I know this one from personal experience. Someone wants to support us and we find ourselves explaining why we don't necessarily need it. Someone offers an opportunity and we're immediately wondering if we're qualified enough. And you see, for a long time I thought, this was independence, it's strength. Perhaps I built a little bit of my confidence on that. But what I've come to realize is receiving often feels more vulnerable than giving. Because giving allows us to have a feeling of staying in control. Receiving, on the other hand, asks us to soften. It asks us to allow. It requires trust. And for many women, trust doesn't necessarily feel safe. And this could be especially true if you are a single mom or if you lived with a single mom. So when I work with women, one of the things I see over and over again is they've become incredibly capable. They're the dependable one, they're responsible, they're strong, they're the one everyone leans on. And yet somewhere along the way they've learned that their value actually came from what they can provide instead of what they could receive. So they've become experts at earning. It was the feeling of earning love, earning the approval, earning success, earning the feeling of belonging. But receiving? Receiving feels foreign to them. I know it has for me. Because if you've grown up believing you had to earn everything, then receiving is uncomfortable. It's like, I haven't done enough yet. I haven't proven myself yet. Like I should work a little harder first before it shows up. And this doesn't just show up in success. It shows up everywhere in every area of our lives. It shows up in relationships. I cannot tell you how many women tell me, Anita, I just want a healthy relationship. I want consistency. I want emotional availability. I want someone who communicates. And when that person arrives, it's uncomfortable. And it's not because the relationship is wrong, but because healthy can feel unfamiliar, especially if you have a nervous system that is wired for chaos or it is wired for inconsistency. The nervous system doesn't always automatically choose what's healthy for us. It chooses what's familiar. And those are not always the same thing. And it's the same thing with money. Women say they want more abundance, more financial freedom, more opportunity. But money isn't just about money, is it? It's about responsibility. It's about having the visibility, the influence, the expansion, the growth. And if your nervous system is associating growth with pressure or judgment or risk in any way, then you're going to start to unconsciously resist the thing you want. And it's not because you're broken or lazy or incapable. It's just your nervous system is still trying to determine how safe it is. Whether or not it is safe. And this is where I think many women get stuck. We focus entirely on the creation process. I can create more success. I can make it happen. I can create more clients and more leads and more opportunities so I can get the results. But we rarely ask, can I receive what I'm asking for? Can I receive the support? Can I receive love without pushing it or sabotaging it? Can I receive recognition and not downplay? Can I rest without feeling guilty? Can I receive the abundance without trying to prove that I deserve it? Because receiving is ultimately an act of self-trust. It's trusting that you don't have to carry everything alone. It's trusting that you can work in alignment with your higher power. It's trusting that your worth isn't dependent on the productivity you're producing. It's trusting that you don't have to earn every good thing that enters into your life. And perhaps the deepest layer of all of this is the hardest thing many women struggle to receive isn't even success. It's not money, it's not love. It's the ownership of themselves, their truth, their desires, their needs, their voice, their ability to show up in their fullest expression and their authenticity. Because receiving yourself means letting go of who you've had to be so that you can actually embody who you really are. And that can feel terrifying. So if you take nothing else away from today's call and episode, I want to leave you with a single question. What are you refusing to receive? And what might change if you stop believing you actually had to earn it first? You see, maybe your next level isn't asking you to work harder or push more. Maybe it's actually asking you to open your hands, because the life you're creating might already be trying to reach you. The question is, are you willing to receive it? So if this episode resonated with you, send it to a woman who needs this reminder today. And as always, tag me or DM me on Instagram and let me know what landed. And until next one, I'll see you in the next episode.